You're welcome to this lesson. In today's lesson, we'll start with task 3. Previously, we were working on task 2, which is the document processing. Today, we'll be on database. So let's start. So we're going to create a report, a date to be imported in the format day, month, year, DMY. So use a database software. We're going to make use of Microsoft Access to import this file. So using the required field, so we need to find out this file from our Access. So we go into this to external data and bring in from our file, text file. So we're going to browse. Click OK. Select this first row. Then we'll confirm the data type according to our question. So last name, first name, up to gender, our text. Up to gender, our text. Every other thing, food allergies, long integer, and contact number. So we need to change contact number to text. So here we change short text. So after doing that, we'll click OK. Then we'll click Next. So for this one, the child ID is set as the primary key. So select child ID as the primary key. Maintain this name as table. So click on finish. So we have our work. So we'll still change our view so that we'll get this information correct. The food allergies, yes or no. So I need to change to this view. Food allergy, yes or no. And the format here, maintain it as yes or no. Then the registration date is day, month, year. Say save the data, then place the screenshot showing the field name, data type, and primary key. So we'll go to change our view. So take the screenshot. Paste in evidence document. So we are in number 11. So that's step 11. The next thing is to import bookings as a new table in our database. Data source, browse, bookings, so confirm the information here. We have text from season ID, short text, then session also is short text here. So we have that. So click OK. Then go to next. Then no primary key, because use this field names and create a primary key called ID. So it means when you're done, we're going to create a new field called ID. So no primary key. We're done with this table. So we have this. We need to change the details, the data type of this guys. So we have short text for start time and end time. Short time. From this instruction, we're asked to create a primary key with the field ID. So it means we'll change our view here, go to display, so insert a new row, and the name of the row is ID, and the data type is going to be auto number. Since it's ID, it's supposed to generate it automatically, generate numbers automatically. So then make it primary key. So here, make it primary key. So that's all for now. Please in evidence screenshot showing the field names and data type and primary key. So we have this. Take the screenshots. So we have this one here. So check it. This is how the work is. So move to number 12. In number 12, we are going to create a one-to-many relationship between the child ID field in child tables and booking tables. So let's check. So we have the child ID in the child table here. Then for bookings, we also have child ID. That's the child ID here. And also for the child table, we have child ID. So these two things, we're going to have a relationship between them. And the kind of relationship is one-to-many relationship between them. So start now. Database tools. So we'll go here, select relationship. Then now from this table, we're going to add. Then now select this and add. So we have these two here. So close this. Then we select these guys, drag this down so that we can be able to see all the fields. So we can be able to see all of them. So we'll check which are we starting from. Child tables. So we'll go here, the child table, move this way. So from child table under the child ID field to the bookings table under the child fields. So click and drag this and connect this way. So we have this. This is what we need at this point. So select the create. Now we have this. Place in evidence document screenshot showing the one-to-many relationship between the tables. At this point, we now have to click on this so that it will bring out this when we need to, as we're going to create the screenshots. This is what we use to indicate our work. So take a screenshot. Copy this. Now we're in step 14. So we adjust it till we get what is required. So we're done with this aspect. Then we move to number 13. Using the fields from child and bookings table, to produce a tabular report. So in this, at this point, what we're saying is we will go to this point, click OK. So at this point, we're going to create a report. So we'll go to create, then we have a report here, report. So select the report wizard. Now before we create a report, we have a whole lot of information here. So in this whole set of information, we need to make use of some things here. we're going to create a query. So the query is going to cover this and this and this, and we'll also pick this. Then from there, that information is extracted from the query. We use it to create our tabular report. So everything here to this point will be in our query. Now with this, having established this, we're now going to open a query, and in this query we'll now, so we'll go to query wizard and start. Simple query wizard, move to the next. So we're going, this is the point where we need to select the field that we need, every required field that's mentioned here. So the day is mentioned, session is mentioned. So now let's select it according to this order that is given here. We'll start with child ID, first name, last name, date of birth. So let's start with child ID. So select child ID, first name, last name, first name, last name, date of birth, day, session, date of birth, day, start time, end time. After that we have total time, which is this field we're going to create, then food allergy. So now food allergy will be the last. So we have this food allergy, which will be the last in this order. So with data and labels displayed in full, do not group the data. So now we have day here, which is also we're going to filter later. We have session, which we're going to filter later. So with these fields brought in, we're going to start pressing. So we'll create it. So this is the relationship. So the J2421 bookings table query, this is it, and this is what we have. Then we have our field here. So now between these two, we're going to create a field here, which is the total time. So it means we're going to move this, then make here empty for us to be able to create that. So we're going to change this to food allergy, child table, then food allergy, so that we can be able to remove everything here. So at this point, we're going to create what we are asked to do, so which is the field total time. We're going to type in a calculated field here. So now here being selected, we go to design, we select builder. So in this builder, that's where we're going to type in total underscore time. Then we'll pick this. Then after that, we have end time minus start time. So we have open bracket, we'll have it here. Then we'll bring in end time, then minus, we'll double click on start time. After that, we multiply by 24. Then we'll do shift 8, then 24. So we have this. Then we'll click OK. Now we have it here. It's created at this point. We'll have it this way. This is how the field looks like. change to this view. So we're yet to get the value. So decimal. The next thing we move into is to select the record. For day is Monday. So under this view, we'll check for day. So this is day. This is criteria. Under Monday here, day we have under criteria, put in Monday. For day, then for session, we have morning or sunrise club. So here we're going to work on the session, morning or sunrise. So under the criteria, we have morning, capital O, then small r, or sunrise club. So we have this. After doing this, we'll run it. So now we have under session, morning or sunrise. Then under day, we have only Monday in our field. We have 43 records. Next thing after that, it means we've done this, we've done this, and we've done this. So the next aspect is to sort data in ascending order of session. So we'll go to session and create descending order. Change our view, go to session, so sort descending for session, then ascending for DOB. We now have ascending. Then we run it. We have it here in this format. So from this query, we move to create, then create our report wizard. We have to bring in everything here. Then we'll press next. You shouldn't have any labels like this. So it should be this, no grouping. So at this point, that's where we'll make our changes. Page orientation landscape. Single fit to single page. So it's already selected here. Then include the title. Include the title, morning groups. Monday morning groups. Display larger font size, visible to everyone. Fully visible. So we have next. So our heading, we need to change it. So the title of our report will be this. So select finish. Now we have it in this view. Then we'll move to layout view for better viewing and editing. So now we have all these guys here. Notice these guys are showing hash, so it means we need to work on all of these guys. So in the arrangement, we have it the way it's supposed to be. we can adjust the full allergy now for it to be visible. So our arrangement is in order. Then our Monday morning groups is large enough. That's this. Display in large font. Then has your center name. Okay, it is fully visible. Center align at the top of page. Center align. So here, so it still increase the font size. So we have it here at the center. Then we now have your name, center number, candidate number at the footer, so that it appears on every page. Means we have to change it to this view. Go to page footer. So we'll now we'll remove this, the position, so that it appears the same position on every page. So we'll remove this one. That will bring in a label. Three. So we have it here. So this will appear on every page. Change to this view. So this is this. It's appearing down here. So we're done with our work. Print. So let's see quick print preview. So we have page 1 of 2. So this is the second page of our work. So close the print preview. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to create a data entry form. Data entry form. The form will contain radio buttons. So radio buttons are a list of items that need to be selected, and it will bring out a particular value in our table. So select one option in this list. So data selected from this option will be saved in a new field, like create. So here we create this new field with element ID to be used to share data. So we'll move into the child table. Then we change our view. So in this view, we'll create the element ID. We'll go to the last list, create it, and the data type is number. The data type is number because when we create the unit later from the radio button, is going to send in numbers, so which will be assigned to this field. That's why we have the data type to be number. So since it is number now, we'll save our work, then continue with the next thing. We'll take the screenshot showing the field name and data type used in the child table. Now we take the screenshot. So paste it in our evidence document. We'll save and close the table. Number 15 says create a columnar data entry form using selected field from the child table so that it include last name, first name, child ID. So we'll create this form from the form wizard. So it has these fields mentioned here. So we're done with it. It's a columnar here. So select columnar and press next. Then that's the name of the form. Click on finish. So we have this view now. So after having this view, it should display one record at a time. So presently it's displaying the first record. We're expected to place this in evidence document. So we'll take the screenshot of this, copy and paste in step 15, resize it. And that's all for this step. Now we're done with this part. Move to step 16, which we are going to create 5 groups of radio buttons, which are grouped with the label ailment and the option ailment ID held of the child table. It is aligned in such a way that it will create a form, and these radio buttons are grouped in which we select from one of the list of the ailment and how it is linked up. So now let's move to the other view of this child table. So there we'll be able to create the radio button. So the user must be able to select one of these options, one of these ailments from the list. Then it will be stored in the ailment ID we created, and it should have this label option ailment. So we'll change our view to this view. So in this view, we'll drag the footer down, then we'll go up under this area, pick the option group, we'll select it, then click and drag to create the area for it. Once we release it, it will bring up the option group wizard, which we are going to bring in each of these lists. Now we'll start typing them in. The first one is asthma, the next is diabetics, eczema, then we have epilepsy, so after creating this, the last one is none. So since we are done with that, we'll click next. Then we don't want to set any one of them as default. We'll click no, then press next. Then now here we can see the values, as we mentioned before, that once we create this list, it's going to be in form of numbers under the ailment ID in the child table. That's why we made the data type to be number. So click next. Now we want it to store under ailment ID. So select that, then we'll press next. Then we'll now start, we have to go backwards to create the screenshot for each of these steps, because we are asked to indicate how we made it possible that the ailment ID, how this is linked to ailment ID in the child's table. So for each of these steps, we need to indicate. So here we have the way the icons will look like. So we select that. So after doing this, then we'll finish it. So once we finish, we have this one here, which we're going to arrange. Then when we're done arranging it, we've already assigned the name ailments to the option group. So that's why it is redundant ailment. So we've arranged everything in order, the way it's supposed to be. Now we change it to this view. Then we have ailment and the list of the items in this group. Then move ahead to step 17, which will tell us what we are to do, but impute this data into what we just created. So the first thing here is the last name, which is Lambert, which is what we are going to do. We'll start with Lambert. We'll now type it. We'll go in, create a new record. Then under the last name, we type in Lambert. Then first name, Jakara. So for details on how and the reason behind every one of these things that we are creating, you get it in other videos that we've done previously. Unless you have a special request for any of these things, that will create specific videos for this. So take the screenshot of this area and paste it in our evidence document, which is step 17. We'll resize it. So we're done with that. We're now in step 18. Let's open the child table. So go to the child table and open it this way in this view. So in this view, we are asked to use an automated selection to locate in the new record we just entered using the field child ID with the name 3YR27. So the method I am going to use is the filter. You can also use the query method. I'm going to use filter method to get this out. So you click on advanced, then advanced filter, it will bring out this. So we'll now select the child ID field. Select the child ID field. Then after that, we now type in the criteria, as in the item we're looking for, which is 3YR27. Then once we click on toggle filter, it will apply the filter or the search that we're looking for. So now we're going to take a screenshot of this because we are asked to indicate how we're able to get what the filter, we're able to get the filter or the search, the automatic selection. So this is the method we used. So we have to indicate it all the way from the advanced filter. Then after doing that, we click on toggle filter to apply the filter or the search. Now we could see it has brought out the required item, which is Lambert Jakarta. So we are asked to show or indicate all the fields in that area. So that's why we select everything here. Take a screenshot and paste it at this point. So here we adjust it to fit into the space. Here we're done with everything on the database. So all the 11 fields are displayed in full. Everything that we needed is done. Thank you for watching this video. Ensure to watch the next part, which is the presentation aspect. Thank you.